friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Tarot, and today's pick a card reading is going to be looking at the feelings of your person that you are currently in separation with. So we have 3 piles today, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which crystal tower you feel most drawn to, and then go ahead and scroll down to the description box for your reading and we will get into it. Hey there, pile 1. If you guys chose the Rose Quartz Tower, this is your reading and this is how your person that you're in separation with feels about you. So we already have your oracles shuffled, but I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for you guys on camera. So we already have a bit coming out here with the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Okay, let me just go ahead and get one more card here. Perfect. Oh my god, okay. Well, I feel like your person is definitely a bit of a shit show right now, or that's just me. And then on the back of this deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So let me make sure I read all of these. This is like hectic right out the gate. But also shuffling circle cards isn't the easiest. So we have the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards here. So we have finances and career, calling in your soulmate, acceptance, clarity of belief, and friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Okay, very interesting. This is a really interesting energy, pile 1. With the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups here, there's definitely been some kind of verbal altercation or argument or betrayal. I would say most likely on your person's part, but I do think that the person that you are asking about definitely, when you were with them or talking to them, whatever the situation was for you guys, they were definitely in a place of defensiveness and afraid to really open up to anyone. The biggest feeling that I'm getting from them is that they're all kind of always in this mode of like, I'm gonna get mine before anyone else like gets me, if that makes sense. Like, I'm thinking of I don't know if it's the football player Ocho Cinco or something. It's like, I'm gonna get mine before I get got, or something like that. If you know it, definitely comment it because I'm curious. But kind of that was going through my head. But I feel like they're very disappointed. Without you in their life, I think that they are pretty sad about it. I think they regret their actions for sure. I think that they feel pretty terrible and they're kind of trying not to show that. With this Emperor here, I feel like they're acting like they're totally fine and nothing's bothering them. But what's interesting is that if you look at this Emperor, it's almost kind of like he's lost in thought and not fully there. It's possible that your person is going after a lot in terms of their career right now. And I do feel like they have a desire to take action towards this connection. However, I don't know if that is an intention set or just thoughts in their head. Because I do feel like, in a way, the face of the Emperor here and the face on the acceptance person right here, it's kind of almost like, it's almost like your spirit or your soul or your energy is kind of always lingering around them. And they have a very hard time understanding it. I feel like for a lot of you, this is an intuitive connection, a connection that commonly comes together in the 5D. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of 5s here anyway. And I think that you've really made them second guess what they thought was real in life. Having the Queen of Pentacles in the back of the deck, I do feel like they have their idea of their soulmate. They want someone who is nurturing, caring, somebody that's going to be a stable force in their life and help them build an empire. I do feel like they are looking for their soulmate, but they may not necessarily be ready for it. I feel like they think that they're ready, and then once they actually get into a connection with someone, they get overwhelmed, and I think it's possible that maybe they overthink things or second guess things. And in addition to, we have some heavy Aries energy with this Emperor, and it's possible that that creates a it's possible that it creates like this impulsive need for something new, for something more. And it's like, I feel like your person has realized that they're not good at sticking things through and being consistent. I feel like they've always kind of been more selfish in the sense that they're looking for the next exciting thing, the next thing that's going to make them happy or make them excited for a little bit, that next like rush, if you will. And I think that they are kind of realizing that they might have missed out on something really, really good because they were too focused on themselves. And I feel like they blame themselves a lot for this connection. I feel like they think it's their fault. I feel like they think that they don't have the right to come back in. And I think that they're really trying to focus on building their empire right now. If they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, you could have Earth energy or just a very stable, very committed energy that is comforting and nurturing to them. It's very possible that they see you as their soulmate, but they don't feel good enough for you. Or they just think that they need to get their ish together. I feel like though that they're not taking action towards you, and they might not be planning on it as of this moment right now because I feel like they don't deserve to. I think that they're in this mindset of like, I screwed this up, I made my bed, now I have to lie in it. But what's really interesting is that they're still thinking about you all the time. Like, you're kind of always on their mind, and it's a little bit unsettling. Like, you're kind of this ghost or this energy that like they can't seem to get away from. So like if they ghosted you or something like that, they definitely still have this I feel like they'll just be doing something mundane or monotonous, and then they'll just be reminded of you, and then all of a sudden they're just like sad, like this 5 of Cups sad, and they just try to keep a straight face, but they're just staring off in the distance like, man, I really screwed up. And I feel like they think you're in this mode, because I really do see the viewer as this Queen of Pentacles, no matter what gender you are. I feel like they see you as like, oh, they deserve someone better. They're going to find someone amazing. They deserve someone amazing. And I feel like maybe they don't have the confidence in themselves yet to come back in or apologize. And I feel like with this Emperor here, they might have a lot of pride and ego issues. And so they already are not the type of person to swallow their pride and admit when they're wrong. But with this clarity of belief, I feel like the love that you two shared, or the passion that you two shared, was very special to them. And I feel like now that they have been away and possibly maybe even considered new people, you'll know if that resonates or not. I feel like they're realizing how different you are from anyone they've ever experienced. And I feel like you've really changed how they view the world. This clarity of belief, I feel like they're really second guessing everything they thought. This is essentially the Ace of Swords. And I think that they have a lot of clarity when it comes to their life. And it's possible that maybe you were very encouraging to them and helped them see their potential and what they're meant to do. And I feel like they didn't give you the credit you deserved when it comes to how integral you were into helping them become the person they are now. And I feel like they wish that they could just say thank you. They really appreciate you, but I do also feel like there's this energy of I can't talk to them like I messed this up, this is all my fault, I didn't, they deserve someone so much better than me, I shouldn't have done that to them, I'm such an idiot. Like I really do, I feel like they think like they just feel like an idiot. And I think too now they realize how, like I was saying earlier, how special it was. But I think that maybe, you know, especially if this person is an Aries type, Aries are very impulsive and they like that intense passion. And, you know, maybe this connection wasn't always intensely passionate. Like there was definitely passion, but I feel like you guys had a really solid friendship. With this friendliness card, I think that you guys weren't just lovers, but you were good friends. Like you had inside jokes and had similar interests or things that you both love to do together. And I feel like your person maybe mistook that and didn't realize that that was like what they wanted. I think maybe they thought that they wanted something more intense and like crazy. And I feel like they realized, oh no, like I missed out on something really, really good. And I feel like they regret that a lot. But let's go ahead and look at channel messages and see what they would say to you if they could. This is kind of an interesting energy, but the biggest thing that I feel is just like a lot of regret. So what would pile one's person say to pile one if they could? I look for you everywhere. That's interesting because like there is all that looking off into the distance, this dissatisfaction. I feel like there's so much dissatisfaction here. What would pile one's person say to pile one? I want to feel that way again. Yeah, I think that they felt things with you that they didn't even know existed. And see, I feel like this person was typically in this mindset of like, oh, if it's real, it'll be really passionate and crazy. And maybe that person thought that also meant like crazy arguments or possessiveness or jealousy and things like that. And I feel like you're not like that. I feel like you come from a place of authentic love and authentic giving. And I feel like they weren't used to that and very confused by that. And I feel like your presence made them feel very safe and very comfortable. And it was different from that passion. And so I feel like they didn't know how to recognize it as like true feelings. And now that it's not there anymore, I think that they severely, severely regret their actions. They want to feel the same way that they felt with you. Pile one's person say to pile one. Pile one's person say to pile one. Pile one's person. I regret lying to you. Yeah, I definitely feel like they have a lot of regrets, and lying would definitely be something that would show up in the Five of Swords and that disappointment right there. And we have on the bottom of the deck, I hide behind material things. So it's possible that this Queen of Pentacles too could be a representation of them, and like they on the outside look like they're doing well, but on the inside they're really disturbed by what's happened here. And I feel like, you know, the fact that we have this acceptance card and it's red, that represents the root chakra. And it's possible that they're just very 3D focused, 3D oriented, and they choose to kind of focus on that area of life, the 3D, the material, because that's what makes them feel the most secure. But let's go ahead and look at my channel messages and see what comes out there. So how does pile one's person feel about pile 1. We had one flip out. I need to grab it. We have you're too good for me. Pile 1's person feel. We also have nobody makes me feel the way that you do. Please don't forget about me. And on the back of the deck, I'm not ready for commitment. So yeah, I feel like your person is definitely like, they think about you a lot. They think about what you guys had and how beautiful it was, but they're just not ready. They're not ready. And I think that they have to, I feel like they still have some soul searching to do and some terms to come to with themselves, because I feel like it's possible that the way that they treated you really put into perspective kind of a lot of negative habits and traits that they already had. And I feel like it's been a lot to swallow. I feel like they typically felt really confident in themselves, and after this connection and after it changed everything in their mind, they feel rocky, they feel shaky. They're not necessarily sure what they're meant for. I feel like they had a better idea of their path before you came in, and after everything that happened and now that you're in separation, I feel like they're very confused. Let's go ahead and look at charms and see what comes out there. So how does pile 1's person feel about pile 1? Okay. So we have this charm that reminds me of rose quartz. So this is definitely further affirmation of that you picked the right pile if you were choosing this pile. And you know, rose quartz is all about genuine and authentic love. And I think that that is something that you provided for this person, and they were not used to feeling that before. And so I think that for them, they were very afraid of it, because typically I think that they were used to something much less gentle and authentic. It's possible that maybe they had kind of a rough time growing up and they weren't shown unconditional love the way that you were showing it to them. And I feel like it took reflecting in hindsight for them to even realize that. But I do think that you made this person very happy, and I feel like they really hope that you're happy. I feel like your happiness really matters to them. And I think one reason why they haven't come back or decided to come back is because, one, they know that they're not happy, and two, they kind of want to see or are wondering if there's maybe somebody else out there that might make you happier. But I think at the end of the day, you both just want each other to be happy, and I think that's evidence of a love that is very pure. And so, you know, you should have some comfort in that this is not something that was just in vain. Unfortunately, your person just has a lot to learn. We do have the world charm here, so it's possible you guys could be in a physical separation by distance. It's possible maybe you met traveling. This could also represent the world card, like there's a cycle closing out or something like that. Lots of different interpretations for this charm. We also have the monkey. And I feel like in this case, I think that your person kind of acknowledges that they weren't taking you as seriously as they should have. And now I think that they're really regretting it. Like, they shouldn't have been monkeying around and not taking you as seriously as they should have. But we do have the shooting star charm here. So I do feel like they have hope for the future, and they hope that things will get better between the both of you, or at the very least, you two will end up in places that you're both happy with and feel good about. We also have the little cat here, so it's possible, you know, maybe you have a cat or they do, or they had a really special connection to a cat. But this can also talk about just an intuitive connection, and also the fact that you guys are independent right now and going your separate ways. I feel like this person knows that if they come back, they have to work hard to earn your love, and you're not just going to let them back in all willy-nilly. We also have the moon charm, a little bit of Pisces energy here. I do feel like the depth of that this person feels for you is very deep. I do feel like they have fears. They worry about this connection a little bit. I think that there's still more to unfold here. And I think that I always think of this charm, especially when the shooting star charm comes out too. It's like you have no idea what's in store. So like, don't worry, you know, things will change, things will get better. Whether with this person or not, I feel like this is kind of more of a message that things will get better. And we also have the cross here with all of the hearts. So I feel like your person and you are both just trying to have faith in this situation, that things will get better and things will improve. We also have the letter L here. And what other letter do we have? We have the letter K. So we have the letters L and K. We have the number 9 and we have the number 2. So this person could have been born in 92. They could be 29. September 2nd or February 9th could be significant. There's really a lot of different interpretations there. There also is a little key here with a heart. So I feel like you do hold a special key to their heart. I feel like maybe you touched them in a way that nobody else had. Like you were able to reach depths of their soul that really nobody else was able to. And so I think that they're very grateful for you, and they're very you still hold a special place in their heart even if you guys aren't talking. And then we have this little dime, which I gotta look close to see the date. So the date is 1976, and obviously there's tens in terms of the dime. They could see you as a dime piece. We also have Leo, and on the back of the Leo charm is courageous. So, you know, they need to get a little bit braver if they want to talk to you, and charming with the Libra charm. So, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drop that. So I'll go ahead and zoom in on these for you guys. You can see them a little better. But I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a little bit of clarity into your situation. Definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. I would love to hear. Don't forget as well to like and subscribe. I am so excited to announce as well that I will be opening my personal reading soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you guys chose the Black Obsidian Tower, this is your reading, and this is how your person that you are currently in separation with is feeling about you. So I already have your oracles drawn, but we are going to go ahead and shuffle your cards on camera. Pile 1 was a bit of a shit show, so it'll be interesting to see how this one works out, but we are looking to see how pile 2's person they're in separation with is currently feeling about pile 2. Okay, so we have the King of Vessels, or the King of Cups, popping out first. How is pile 2's person feeling about pile 2? How is pile 2's person feeling? Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, the Three of Wands. Very interesting. How's pile 2's person feeling about pile 2? Okay, well, 2 just popped out, and I feel like they're meant for you guys. So I'm going to take them, but I'm also going to take what's on the back of the deck. You guys got so many cards, actually, when I was reading. So I'm not reading, shuffling the oracles. So I feel like there's probably a lot on your person's mind when it comes to you. So we also have the Six of Pentacles come out, and the Ten of Cups pop out. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, put this guy here. I'll make it like a little rainbow. Beautiful. Okay, I'll push this out a little bit. Okay, I feel like this is almost like telling a story or something. Let's see what your oracles have. So to start, we have heart-to-heart conversations, recovery, miracle, willingness, if you are able to compromise if the end result is love, daydreams and decisions, and control. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna move these. I don't know how I want to like position these. Okay, that works. So pile 2. Wow, this is like a lot to look at. But I mean, I just want to start off with this King of Cups here. I mean, your person has really deep feelings for you. I feel like the depth of their feelings probably really scares them. And what's interesting is that the King of Cups, while they're very aware of their emotions, they're very in tune with their emotions, they're not necessarily the most open with them or know how to describe them. The King of Cups is kind of isolated on his own island, and there's actually in a different deck a King of Cups that I really like because he's sitting on his own little island and he has this telescope, and so it really, I do feel it kind of shows your person watching you from afar. It's possible, you know, maybe they look at your social media, they might check in on you through mutual friends. I feel like they still have their eye on you in some kind of way. I feel like for whatever reason, I don't know if anything really like catastrophic or messed up happened. I feel like the biggest issue in this person's life was that maybe they were not ready to fully open themselves up to someone. I feel like they're in this point in their life where they are trying to expand and go further down their path. It's possible that maybe you two are younger and are following your own dreams right now, or maybe your person had to move or travel somewhere. It's kind of like I get this idea like your person does something really important, or they're in school for something really important, like their career is really important to them and they want to work really hard. I also do feel like, you know, your person maybe has a hard time being upfront with their feelings. They have this very defensive mindset, and I feel like you were very generous with them in a way that they weren't used to. And it's possible, especially if your person is a masculine or just has more masculine energy, they were very prideful, and I think maybe they didn't like the idea of you being so generous towards them. Maybe they felt like they didn't deserve it, or they felt like they couldn't give you the same and it made them feel very guilty. And so I feel like they just tried to push you out, because with this defensiveness on top of the Three of Wands, that expansion, that adds to the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is all about being overwhelmed, about like burdens that are overbearing and just too much. And so I think in this case, you know, your person really has dreams that they want to focus on, and their heart is like, you still have a piece of their heart, like they think about you a lot. And I think that just right now they're not the person that you need them to be and that they can be for you. I feel like at this point in their life, they are very focused on leveling up right now. But here's what's interesting. We have the Hierophant on the back of the deck, and we have the Ten of Cups. And so I do feel like your person sees a future with you. They do see the potential for something very beautiful with you both. They want to be generous to you. They want to have a lot of material abundance and give you just everything in their power. But with the Hierophant, it's possible that maybe they have a very special path. Maybe they have a special gift or talent or life journey that they know that they want to follow. And I feel like they were committed to it before they even met you, or before you two decided to become romantically involved with one another. And so I feel like this path has really maybe inhibited this connection. But I feel like your person kind of has this idea, like, if it's meant to be, it will be, like, we'll come back together. I feel like they hope for some kind of miracle, because I think for you, you were a miracle in their life. Like, I feel like they weren't ready for something so beautiful yet. I feel like they thought that you would be more down the line. And So now that you two are in separation, I feel like they think about you all the time. I feel like, you know, this King of Cups really is just like kind of displeased with life almost right now. Just like I feel like they think about the past a lot. And, you know, we have daydreams and decisions as this card right here, and I feel like they do daydream about you a lot. I feel like they daydream about this potential of what this 10 of Cups could be. I also have a video on what they daydream about you, so you might want to go look at that and see if there's any similarities that sounds like your person. But I also feel like your person, maybe when they met you or right now, possibly both, they're kind of in this recovery mode. Like they're trying to, one, I think, open new doors and create a new life for themselves, the life that they actually want. But also, I think that there were things outside of your connection, just like aspects of their life that were really intense. Like things that I'm thinking of are like maybe the illness of a family member, moving, just family drama. I'm getting a lot of stuff with family, like this person dealt with a lot of family issues, or just family members that maybe they respected and didn't see them authentically and didn't really want to support them. I feel like your person has really big dreams and they want to go after them, and maybe these family members, maybe they had to cut a family member out or just move away in general to get away from all of it. But whatever the case was, it doesn't have to be family. I was just getting a lot of family. They're trying to recover from it. And what's interesting here is with this Control card, I feel like they're really trying to hold themselves back. I feel like sometimes maybe they think about reaching out to you, but they also know that they're not in a place right now. And it's also possible too that maybe they do have this energy of being very controlling. I find the juxtaposition of this control and this willingness card being together here, because it's almost like, you know, the only way for this connection to blossom is for this person to kind of relinquish that control and be willing to, one, compromise with you, and also be willing to open up. With this 7 daydreams and decisions and the 7 of wands, it's almost like this defensiveness was kind of protecting. Like they didn't fully want to let you in, because if you knew about their plans, it's possible you might not change them for them, but I feel like they were scared to fully let you in. And it's like, I feel like they were scared that if they got their heart broken or something like that happened, it would like muddle everything. I don't know if that makes sense, but they try to have control over these daydreams about you, and they want to maintain control, and I feel like they're very scared of relinquishing control. And I feel like the universe is trying to get them to understand right now that they can't control everything, and they need to learn that being in control is not always a good thing. Sometimes you do need to take a back seat and let the universe take control, or let somebody else take control. And so I feel like for them, this is really going to be a process of learning how to kind of let go and compromise. And I think the one thing that maybe held this connection back was this person's lack of willingness to open up. I feel like maybe you were very open with them and you were very upfront, but they were not ready to be open and upfront with you. And I feel like they were afraid of what they were feeling. And so they just kind of shut down and they shut you out. And I think that was really unfair. And they recognized that it was really unfair. And I feel like they feel really guilty about it. But at this point in time, you know, I think that they're just trying to get through what they're doing right now. I feel like they're focused on themselves. They want to talk to you, but they're in recovery. And I feel like they just have hope that at some point there will be some like spiritual intervention or divine intervention, I guess, and will bring you two together, because they do have hope for this 10 of Cups. They really do. And I feel like they maybe see you as part of their path, but maybe they think that it was just too early and they weren't ready. So I feel like they kind of have faith that even though they're not around right now, that you guys are in separation, that you two will come back together at some point. So let's go ahead and look at your channel messages and see, oh my goodness, I just dropped all of them, what your person would say to you if they could. So what would pile 2's person say to pile 2 if they could? What would pile 2's person say to pile 2? You speak to me through music. Pile 2's person say to pile 2 if they could. I remember every detail of that day. So maybe there was a really special day that you two shared that they daydream about and they don't want you to know that. Maybe you guys took like a special trip or something, or maybe you both met for the first time. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So maybe this person felt like you had things to work through as well, and that you both just weren't ready for each other. And we also have on the back of the deck, I want to tell you how I feel. So I do feel like this person, especially with that heart-to-heart conversations, like they do think about opening up to you and letting you know what's going on. But I feel like it has to come from them. Like if you reached out to them, I feel like they would be overwhelmed by it. And maybe I feel like they would still be in this defensive energy here because you've already been more than willing to give. And I feel like this person needs to come to the realization that they have to be willing to give as well. Already popping out, we have I want to be on your level. Pile 2. I have so many regrets. Okay, I just had a bunch pop out. And I'm going to take them because I feel like they are meant for you. We also have I feel so powerless. I don't know what I want. I feel like that's kind of that expansion. They're still figuring that out. Deep down, I still feel you and I want you to be mine. So I do feel like your person is definitely still thinking about you, misses you, hopes that you're doing well. But they're, you know, really in this energy of trying to get their ish figured out. Okay, let's go ahead and do charms and see how this pile 2's person feel about pile 2. Okay. Yeah, sometimes little charms get stuck in here in the crack of the box. So, okay, we already have the pocket watch, which to me is all about divine timing, and I think, you know, this is just a nod to this connection and, you know, this person trying to have faith and hoping for a miracle, hoping that you two will come back together. I do also want to say any signs that I saw in the, we had some pretty heavy water and fire and a little bit of earth, but we definitely have Taurus with the Hierophant. And I would say there's pretty strong Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn, not Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I guess I said Capricorn, so maybe Capricorn is important. And what's interesting is that we didn't get air, but we're getting air sign charms, so that could be special for some of you. We also have this little charm, which makes me think of the Six of Cups. It always makes me think of the Six of Cups. And to me, this makes me think of reconciliation, your person's desire for reconciliation, but we also have a little butterfly on here, and I feel like this butterfly represents how your person has to transform and how you have to transform before you both are ready for that reconciliation. We also have this charm, which has the sun, the moon, and stars. Sorry, the cicadas are so loud. I hope that's not bothering you guys, but I do feel like this charm always really encompasses like how complex relationships can be. And I feel like despite the fact that there's been positives and negatives, there's still things to hope for in the future. There's still things that are yet to be uncovered for you guys. And I think that this person just has a lot of hope and, you know, you're very significant to them, and I think they think about you a lot. We also have this little leaf. So it's possible that they're kind of just going where the wind takes them right now. They're not trying to hold themselves down to anything. We also have the little drum set, so it's possible that, you know, they could be a drummer or they could play music. I also look at this charm as like this person might want your attention, or they could even just want to bang you. So take that one how it resonates. We also have the little princess charm, and so I do feel like this person saw you as royalty. They thought you were very, very special, and they still see you as very special. And I feel like part of the reason they might have walked away from this is because they felt like they couldn't treat you like the royalty you really are. But we also have the little ladybug charm here, and ladybugs always make me think of good luck and blessings. And so I feel like this is a sign that there will be better things to come. And this little blue charm always makes me think of the throat chakra, and I feel like this is maybe showcasing how your person is wanting to have those heart-to-heart conversations with you, wanting to truly open up to you. I think it's possible maybe they were afraid to truly open up to you before, and they're trying to do that now. And I think it's interesting too, because we have air sign charms popping out, and we don't have much communication here. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, this connection was really passionate, very emotional, but the communication maybe wasn't the most clear, and that might have created problems. We also have the little dinosaur here, and so I feel like they think about the past with you a lot. I feel like your connection is almost like fossilized in their memory forever, and I feel like, yeah, there's a really special history here. And especially with the Six of Cups, you know, maybe you guys knew each other since you were kids or when you were really little, but I do feel like your history that you had together was important and essential for both of you and your growth. We also have the little white dog here. This dog kind of makes me think of the movie Bolt, and if you've never seen it, it's basically just about, you know, a girl and her dog. The dog is white like this, and you know, they have a really great relationship together, but they actually get separated, and the whole movie is about her and Bolt finding each other again. And so maybe you have a white dog, because we do have this pet charm here, or just a dog. Maybe dogs could be special in this connection, but I do feel like there's maybe a sense of loyalty to each other that's kind of unspoken. Like maybe nobody will touch, when I mean touch, like emotionally, will touch you the same way that touch them the same way that you did, and vice versa. We also have the elephant here, which makes me think of maybe, you know, you guys need to address the elephant in the room, but also I always think of this as a desire to overcome obstacles and just move forward. We have the Aquarius charm, which on the back is friendly. And we have the Libra charm, which on the back says charming. We also have the number 3. So 3 could be significant. 3 is also a very spiritual number. So it's possible that this could just be a confirmation from the divine that they are working their magic in the background. We also have an M, but it did turn out upside down. So if you want to consider it a W, you absolutely can. We also have E and X. So maybe Mexico is special to you guys, or maybe you both love Mexican food or something like that. Maybe you both are Hispanic or share like Latin roots, something like that, or just that culture could be very special, very significant. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just zoom in on all of these charms so you guys can see them. But I think that is where I am going to leave this reading, pile 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonated. I would love to hear. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. Definitely like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm trying to post 3 to 5 times a week, and I'm definitely definitely getting back into that because I had a little week break because I needed it. But I also did want to announce that I am opening personal readings soon, so be on the lookout for that. I am wishing you guys the best in your journey forward. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and hopefully you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye! Hey there, Pile 3. If you guys chose the Amethyst Tower, this is your reading, and this is how your person that you are in separation with is currently feeling. So I've got your oracles already shuffled. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your tarot on camera for you guys. It's a little bit interesting shuffling with circle cards, so forgive me if they go a little crazy. But so we are looking, how does Pile 3's person that they are in separation with feel about Pile 3? Okay, wow. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, okay. What's Pile 3's person feeling about Pile 3? Ooh, okay. We've got the Ace of Cups. Wow, okay, we had a lot come out, and I feel like they're all meant for you guys, so I'm taking them. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, Temperance. Oh shoot, there's oh my gosh, and the Two of Cups. Holy shnikes. This is like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna wrap all of these around here with Temperance, and then the King of Wands. How many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 4. I'm gonna just move these down, I guess, and then move these up. Okay, this is really interesting. So I feel like your person has a lot that they want to say to you. I'm gonna go ahead and look at what these have to say. Love yourself first. Change your focus. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. And discovery. Okay, wow. So, I don't even know where to start. This is so many cards. I want to start here with this King of Wands. I feel like this is where your person is trying to attain right now. Sorry if the cicadas are really loud. They're just really out to play right now. So your person, wow, this is an interesting in separation reading, because I definitely think that this is a connection that is near and dear to both of you. I feel like no matter what happened, I feel like there was almost external circumstances that caused you guys to separate. Whether it was one or both of you needing to follow your paths, or one or both of you were moving. It just seems like your person or you knew that your connection wouldn't last while it was happening, but they've always known that you're very special, and that even if you guys did separate, you would come back together in some way. I feel like your person is on a journey of self-discovery right now. They're truly learning how to love themselves. They're learning how to become this King of Wands. With this Knight of Swords here, I feel like maybe there's a lot that they left unsaid, or maybe said in haste that they regret. It's possible that maybe they were hurt and they said things that they didn't mean. You know, the Knight of Swords typically communicates without emotion, which is interesting because there's a lot of emotion here. There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful cards. I mean, we've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Two of Cups, we've got Temperance. You guys truly are counterparts. With this Two of Cups here, this person sees you as their partner. They see you as someone they want to be with. They see you as someone very special. But it's like, for whatever reason, you guys can't be together right now. And maybe neither of you understand it. And maybe both of you wish that you could be in contact with one another. But I do feel like there's heartbreak on both ends that needs healing. And I feel like this is a very, very divinely guided connection. I always see spirit guides in the Temperance card. This is also Sagittarius. But you know, Temperance is all about balance, and I feel like maybe the connection wasn't balanced because both of you have needed to kind of go your own ways for now. You both are in this phase of self-discovery. I feel like truly you guys are mirrors. And if you're like, wow, this sounds like me, this sounds like how I feel about them, they're feeling this way too, because the intentions were set to read your person's energy, and I feel like this is just so totally mirrored that it's not even funny. I feel like you guys are so similar, and maybe you're different where it counts, but I feel like you guys just have this unspeakable bond that's very weird, and it's like you almost just don't understand it, and I feel like you have a hard time putting this connection in the back of your mind. I feel like your person still bursts with love when they think about you. They still have a desire for something more special in the future. I feel like they want success in this connection. They want to build a beautiful life with you. I feel like they want to combine, you know, and combine their family with yours and create one beautiful family together. I feel like they see you as their counterpart. But I think for both of you, you're both on a journey of gaining confidence and understanding who each of you are. With this discovery card here, I feel like maybe in your guys' connection, you almost got lost in each other, and the intensity of the connection made everything so much more confusing. And I feel like you both didn't know what your paths were. I feel like your person, you know, this is the 5 of Cups. I feel like your person is really heartbroken about the situation. They really do wish that they were with you, and I feel like they miss you so much. And I feel like you guys are in the same boat as well. And I feel like you both are kind of trying to put this connection in the back of your head because you know that for whatever reason, it simply can't happen right now. And I feel like it's almost a little unfair. I'm sitting here and I'm like, ugh, like, why? Like, why can't they just be together? Like, they're so cute. Oh my God. Like, I just want to be like, like, I just want to have you both here and be like, now kiss. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, now kiss. Like that, what is that, Mike Tyson meme? I feel like this is a really special and a very genuine connection. And I feel like you both wish that you weren't in this situation. I feel like you both wish that you guys could be together. And so I feel like this is just a big thing of your angels getting you guys to realize that everything will be okay and that now is the time to focus on yourselves. With this love yourself first and change your focus, I feel like both of you wanted to give more to each other than you did yourselves. And I feel like you guys were maybe lacking in the sense that you didn't know how to fulfill yourselves. And maybe you guys broke up, you got lost in each other and lost sight of what you wanted and who each of you were. And I think it was maybe time for you guys to go your separate ways so that you could discover who you are, who you both are. I feel like you both just have this intuitive trust that you guys will come back together. And I think what's so cool is, like, look at how similar this trust card is to this 2 of Cups. It's almost like they're like meant to go together. You know what I mean? It's really beautiful. And I feel like, you know, this heartbreak that you both are experiencing is forcing you guys to figure out who you are, because I feel like the potential for this connection is unreal, but you both have to be confident in who you both are in order to create this 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you both were willing to settle for less just to be with each other. It's also possible for some of you that there's some kind of like cultural differences, maybe an age difference or something like that, like something that maybe would not be as accepted by society, and so that maybe kind of tore you both apart as well. And I feel like it brings both of you a lot of frustration. But overall, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of passion for one another. There is a lot of just genuine desire to be in each other's lives. I mean, this is a really beautiful connection, and I feel like the reason all of these cards popped out was because, you know, there's so many good things about this connection, and I feel like Spirit's wanting you to realize that just because it's not here, it's not in the physical, you know, your heartbreak is real, that love is still real. And I feel like I literally am reading for the both of you, because I feel like this is just, you guys are on even if you're not talking to each other, even if you're in separation, your souls are at the same point right now. With this Two of Cups, like, that's soulmate energy. That's something very beautiful. And I feel like, you know, you both have this kind of trust that you're going to come back together, but you both know that right now it's your time to focus on you and just trust in the divine. That's what the divine wants you to do, because they are orchestrating things in the background to help you guys come together. And I feel like when you guys, I want to say when you guys come back together, of course use discernment, but I felt compelled to say when you guys come back together, like, I feel like they want you guys to be the people that you need to be, because before you weren't. And I feel like you guys are going to have so much more understanding about who you guys are as individuals, what your paths are, and I feel like at the end of the day there will be a lot more confidence in one another and what you're meant to do. So let's go ahead and look at channeled messages and see what this person would say to you if they could. I'm really tired. Like, I got really tired all of a sudden. I feel like you both are tired of this separation. You're tired of any constraints that are keeping you both apart. You're tired of the bullshit, honestly. And I feel like you're tired of wasting your energy on this connection. And it's not wasted, but Spirit really wants you to change your focus, because I feel like this isn't coming back like tomorrow. This isn't coming back in like a month. Like, there's gonna need to be a little bit of time. You both are on a journey of self-discovery, and I feel like Spirit is trying to get you guys to understand that there is gonna be some very, very beautiful things for you both in the future, but you have to get out of that. You have to kind of put them on the back burner so that you can focus on yourself and just trust that it will come back when it's right. And I feel like when it does come back, you will be like, oh my God, I completely understand why all of this was meant to happen. Like, everything makes so much more sense. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of peace in that. You're going to be feeling a lot better about that. Okay, so you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, this person, if they were the one to end it, I feel like that was like the hardest thing they've ever done in their life. Pile three's person. I'm starting to understand our connection. Yeah, I feel like this person is really starting to see the intensity of it, and I think you are as well. I think a lot of hindsight has really made you guys realize how special this was. Pile three's person, stay to pile three. Oh my goodness, okay. We have, I want to tell you how I feel, and so many things remind me of you. Yeah, I feel like they're reminded of you all the time. Like, they almost can't escape it. We have I can't stop thinking about you on the back of the deck. So let's go ahead and look at my channel messages and see what they would say. So what would pile three's person say to pile three if they could? Okay, wait, two, nope, three fall. Okay. I never expected to feel this way. Your intelligence intimidates me. I miss our deep talks. And on the back of the deck, I'm afraid of being codependent, which makes a lot of sense, honestly. It does feel like that's kind of what I was saying earlier with that, like you guys getting really lost in each other and not understanding who each other were and losing sight of the beauty of this connection. And I feel like the reason why it didn't work out was because you guys were not yourselves yet. You guys are coming into yourselves. You're coming into who you're meant to be. And once you understand your path and what you're meant to do, I feel like everything is going to make a lot more sense for the both of you. So let's go ahead and look at your charms and see what's going on there. So how does pile three's person feel about pile three? Okay. So we have I carry your heart with me, which I think is beautiful because it's on both sides. And I think this is just evidence that you both like are on each other's minds. You both have each other's hearts with you. And I think that, you know, you're on this journey of transformation. Both of you are, with this little butterfly charm here. And I feel like there's a lot of emotional growth in store for the both of you. And I think that this blossoming is going to help you guys become who you're meant to be. We also have the little monkey charm. So I feel like this on top of the pineapple charm kind of showcases the silly connection that you guys had. Like, you had a lot of fun. You guys were friends on top of being lovers. And I feel like you guys really were devoted to each other, but also just had so much fun and never took things too seriously, and you were just very goofy. And I feel like the love of having that connection, I feel like the love of like this connection being so lighthearted, I feel like you both really loved that. And I think that it maybe made it more difficult for you guys to communicate about really serious things. And so I feel like that's maybe one of the things that you're learning, is how to be like, yes, being fun and being silly is amazing and super important, but at the same time, there are times when you do have to be serious and you do have to be upfront. And this octopus here, the octopus is all about having bad boundaries. And I feel like that's maybe what the case was here. You know, you guys were so willing to sacrifice your own needs for each other, and in the end, it just, you know, made things harder for the both of you. We also have a little pocket watch here, which is all about divine timing, and I feel like Spirit is really just telling you to trust in divine timing. 444 might be important, that synchronicity, or just number fours. The 4 could also be an indication of timing, or Aries, April. Lots of wands in these cards, so definitely Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we had a lot of water too, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a little bit of earth and air. We have the dime, and the year on it is 1976, so that could be significant. We also have this little dinosaur guy, and I think this makes me think of like something that's almost like fossilized in your heart forever. Like, this connection, it has important history, and I feel like it's always going to leave its mark on the both of you. We also have the little teacup, so you might hear tea about this person. This person might be looking for tea on you, like wanting to know what's up with you, what's going on. Or you could just have like a special connection, like maybe you both love tea, or you love coffee or something like that, and like you bonded over that. We also have this little heart charm, so I feel like you do have this person's heart, but there's holes in this heart, and that makes sense with this heartbreak, that 3 of Swords. I feel like this person does not feel complete. They don't feel complete on their own, and that's what they're really learning right now. And we have this iridescent charm, and so I feel like this is saying that the path is starting to clear up, but it's not necessarily clear yet. There's still things that you guys need to go through and experience before you truly understand the nature of this connection. We also, okay, this was actually a 7, and I think it broke, and now it's a 1. So here's a 1 with angel wings on it. So 41, 14, 111, 1111, 111. Yeah, that's 4. 1111. I guess I should have said that, would have made my life easier. But we also have an H and a B. So we'll go ahead and zoom in on these charms for you guys. But I think that is where I am going to leave this reading, pile 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know down in the comments how this resonated. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I greatly appreciate it. I also want to announce as well that I am opening my booking soon, so be on the lookout for that. Definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I try to upload 3 to 5 times a week. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night whenever it is when you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!